Okay, everyone, here we are for Act IV of Macbeth. We're going to do a brief plot review with some of the insights from the discussions that we've been working on in class. So, Act IV, Scene 1 is the really big scene in this act. Macbeth, before we even see Macbeth, we see the three witches who are concocting a foul brew and chanting over their cauldron. Then Macbeth enters, the witches utter their famous line, "Something wicked this way comes," and he demands to know the future. So they show him three apparitions. The first is an armed head that tells him to beware Macduff. The second is a bloody child that says to no one born of woman will be able to hurt Macbeth. And finally, he sees a child wearing a crown and holding a branch that tells him he will not be conquered until Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane. The final two prophecies are examples of paradoxes, which we know are things that seem to be impossible but are later proven to be true. A final apparition shows a line of 8 kings, including Banquo, with the last figure holding a mirror to indicate the continuation of Banquo's royal line. That goes back to the prophecy that Macbeth and Banquo heard in Act I. The witches then vanquish and Lennox appears, revealing that Macduff has fled to England. We know that he's gone there to gather an army to fight Macbeth, and as the scene ends, Macbeth vows to murder Lady Macduff and her children, which is a pretty gruesome thing. In Act IV, Scene 2, we see Macduff's castle, where Ross is telling Lady Macduff that her husband has gone to England. She can't understand why her husband left without explanation, and she accuses him of betraying his marriage vows. She calls him a traitor. When Ross exits, mother and son exchange tender words, and they're interrupted first by a messenger urging them to flee for their lives, and then by murderers who stab the son and pursue Lady Macduff off stage. This is really where Macbeth loses all redeeming qualities. Before, you may have been tempted to feel sorry for him, especially after the murder of Duncan, because he sort of got talked into that. It almost seemed as though he didn't really know what he's doing. But in this event, we see that he does know what he's doing, and he really is without redeeming quality from here on out. He is no longer a humane figure. He's become pretty much all villain. In Act IV, Scene 3, Macduff attempts to secure Malcolm's aid in fighting Macbeth, but Malcolm first tests Macduff's loyalty to Scotland. Malcolm tells him an army is ready to attack Macbeth's forces. Ross then enters and tells Macduff that his wife, children, and servants have been murdered. Turning his shock and grief into anger, Macduff prays to meet Macbeth in battle so that he can kill Macbeth himself. Now, the important thing to know about this act is that it completes the cycle of tension that Shakespeare has built up as Macbeth shifts from innocent warrior and hero to complete villain who has lost all humanity. In Act V, we're going to see the conclusion and the resolution of this conflict, but the end of Act IV marks the space in which Macbeth has left behind any moral structure or compass that he may have had and has become complete villain. So stay tuned for Act V and keep reading and pay attention especially to what happens to Lady Macduff in Act V.